Want to learn an hour of fun facts? Subscribe to Zarpado. We are starting now. The Oscar statuettes are not solid gold. Each statuette is handcrafted in many stages: casting, polishing, plating, and assembly. They are made of metal coated with a thin layer of 24-karat gold. In Japan, there is a cat day on February 22nd because the sound ni 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 resembles the meow nya. On that day, Japanese social media fills with cat photos and memes. In ancient Rome, gladiators rarely died in combat because training them was very expensive. Many fights were more like controlled spectacles than battles to the death. At the 1900 Olympic Games, live pigeon shooting was an official event. It was the only time in history that real animals were used in an Olympic competition. In the Broadway musical The Lion King, some costumes weigh up to 20 kilos, 44 pounds. A few require 2 assistants to put on. Each costume is handmade from leather, wood, and natural fibers to honor African aesthetics. For Titanic, director James Cameron insisted that every dish served in the dining room scenes matched the originals from 1912. Recipes came from the ship's actual menus. In perfume advertising, the bottle is often designed first, then the fragrance is created. The visual concept can inspire the scent's formula. The bottle tries to convey emotion, luxury, or personality even before you smell the perfume. In Iceland, there are no surnames in the usual sense. People use the father's or mother's name plus the suffix son or daughter. The phone book is organized by first names. In Greece, the Aegean Sea has more than 2,000 islands, but only about 200 are inhabited. Some are sold as entire private properties. Each island has its own charm, from white sand beaches to rocky mountains. In Japan, there is an island called Okunoshima, known as Rabbit Island, where hundreds of wild rabbits approach visitors. Once a secret military site during World War II, today it is a popular tourist spot. At Cirque du Soleil, artists rehearse between 8 and 10 hours a day. Many come from Olympic or rhythmic gymnastics backgrounds. Each show blends acrobatics, dance, live music, and visual storytelling without using animals. In professional soccer, the fastest goal on record was scored 2.4 seconds after kickoff. The player barely touched the ball more than once. It shows how strategy and precision matter from the first moment. In Pixar's Up, the balloons that lift the house were calculated scientifically. In real life, it would take about 25 million. The artist drew each balloon by hand. In the Stone Age, people used hot stones in their beds to stay warm at night. This practice inspired the modern hot water bottle. At the Cannes Film Festival, every film is screened with subtitles, even if it is in French. Subtitles are mandatory so international audiences can follow every detail. At the 1993 Super Bowl, Michael Jackson paused for 90 seconds simply by standing and looking at the crowd. Viewership surged in real time. That moment created a unique connection with the audience. In food ads, ice cream is often colored mashed potatoes, since real ice cream melts under the lights. Almost no food in commercials is truly edible. In ancient Babylon, priests calculated lunar eclipses with great accuracy without telescopes, using math tables and star records spanning more than 3,000 years. In South Korea, love-themed mini-holidays fall on the 14th of every month, like Chocolate Day or Kissing Day. April 14th is for singles and is called Black Day. During the 1966 FIFA World Cup, the Jules Rimet Trophy was stolen in London. A dog named Pickles found it while sniffing a bush. The recovery became a famous story across Britain. In Turkey, the underground city of Derinkuyu could house up to 20,000 people. Its tunnels reach a depth of about 279 feet. This marvel includes rooms, kitchens, cellars, and chapels designed for extended life underground. In Paris, there are more registered dogs than small children. Many restaurants offer special pet menus. The city supports animal-friendly policies, including dedicated dog parks and dog care services. In the Middle Ages, armor could weigh up to 40 kilograms, about 88 pounds. Knights trained from childhood to stand up if they fell. The armor protected them, but it also demanded strength and agility. At the Super Bowl halftime show, artists are not paid a performance fee. Their music sales and streams usually soar afterward. The huge global audience makes it priceless promotion. In London, an old law bans dying inside the Palace of Westminster. It still exists, though it has never been enforced. The rule reflects ancient views on death in official buildings. In the ancient Olympic Games, athletes competed completely naked as a sign of respect for the human body and the Greek gods. It also highlighted strength, skill, and aesthetics, prized virtues in Greek culture. In cereal commercials, glues and varnishes keep the milk white and thick. The filmed bowls can look fresh for hours, even though they are not edible. In Venice, there is a bridge where running has been forbidden since the 17th century. The original fine was paid in wine. Which bridge is it? The Bridge of Sighs. During World War II, British pilots ate carrots to improve their night vision. It was a propaganda campaign to hide the use of radar. This story popularized the belief that carrots improve eyesight, though the real goal was to confuse the enemy about military technology. In New York City, there are more than 13000 yellow taxis. The color was chosen because it is easier to see from a distance. This choice helps make the taxis easy to recognize among traffic and pedestrians. In the musical Les Miserables, more than 400 costumes are used per performance. They are washed and ironed every night before the next show. Each costume is carefully designed to reflect the era and social class of the characters. In Mexico, the cenote was used by the Maya for sacred rituals. Today, it is one of the most visited places by divers in the world. Its crystal-clear waters and impressive natural cave offer a unique way to connect with history and nature. In Eurovision, singers cannot use live backing vocals. The background vocals must be pre-recorded. This rule ensures uniform sound during the television broadcast. In Finland, the sun does not set for 76 days in summer. That is why it is known as the land of the midnight sun. During this period, outdoor activities and festivals multiply, taking advantage of the constant daylight. In Antarctica, there are vending machines that sell soft drinks to scientists. They are the most isolated in the world and must be restocked once a year. These machines offer unexpected convenience in an extreme and isolated environment. In old Coca-Cola ads, Santa Claus was not red but green. The brand changed his color to red to match its logo and shaped the modern image of Santa Claus. In the Batman comics, the Joker was inspired by a silent film actor. His smile was based on Conrad Veidt in the film The Man Who Laughs from 1928. On Saturday Night Live, each episode is rehearsed in full only once. Many jokes are rewritten minutes before air. This dynamic keeps the show fresh and allows quick reactions to current events. In the film The Wizard of Oz, the yellow brick road was painted with toxic industrial dust. The actors suffered skin irritations from the material, but the color looked brighter on camera. There are no ants in Iceland, but there are more than 200 active volcanoes. The country has a small earthquake almost every day. This intense geological activity has shaped unique landscapes of glaciers, geysers, and lava fields. In Scotland, the Loch Ness Monster has been sought for more than 90 years. The first modern sighting was recorded in 1933, and since then, there have been more than 1,000 reports. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, Nessie has become a cultural and tourist icon of the region. In China, there is a village called Dafan, where hundreds of artists copy famous paintings. They produce thousands of replicas of Van Gogh and Da Vinci every month. These works are sold worldwide, supplying collectors and interior designers. In ancient Sparta, babies were inspected at birth to decide if they were fit to live. Only those deemed strong were raised as citizens. This practice reflected Spartan society, focused on strength and military discipline from childhood. At NASA, spacesuits are partly handmade. Each suit has more than 5,000 seams, each inspected by skilled seamstresses. This meticulous work ensures the suits can handle the extreme pressure and temperature swings of space. At the Winter Olympics in 1988, the Jamaican bobsleigh team made its debut. They inspired the film Cool Runnings, which became a classic. Their participation broke stereotypes and showed that determination and sportsmanship do not depend on weather or tradition. In soccer, referees began using yellow and red cards in 1970. The idea came from traffic lights. The cards allow clear visual communication of penalties to players and fans. In Disney movies, Mickey Mouse appears hidden in almost every production. Animators call it a hidden Mickey, an insider tradition. At the Coachella Festival, the main stages can use more energy than a small town. Some of the electricity comes from solar panels. The festival has added sustainable measures to reduce its environmental footprint. In Dubai, police officers patrol in sports cars like Lamborghinis and Bugattis. They do this more to attract tourists than for pursuit. These vehicles have become a symbol of the city's luxury and modernity. In The Incredibles, each hair on Violet was simulated separately. Her hairstyle took 6 months of digital work to move naturally. This level of detail made the animation more realistic and expressive. In Iceland, there is a museum dedicated exclusively to animal genitalia. Its collection includes more than 200 specimens, including one human. The museum combines scientific education with a touch of humor, exploring the anatomical diversity of the animal kingdom. In New York City, the subway carries more people daily than the entire population of Norway. More than 5 million passengers use it every day. This system connects the 5 boroughs and operates almost 24 hours a day. In the 1980s, the video game Tetris was considered military equipment in the Soviet Union and could be exported only with government authorization, since it was seen as strategic technology that could earn hard currency abroad. On Spain's Got Talent, some visual effects are added digitally in post-production. The studio audience does not see them live. This makes the TV version more impactful and spectacular for viewers at home. In the Dead Sea, people float easily due to the high salt concentration. Its density is almost 10 times that of the ocean. This lets even inexperienced swimmers float and relax in its waters. In Pirates of the Caribbean, the sound of Davy Jones's tentacles was created with wet sponges and gourds. The effects were recorded entirely with household objects. In ancient China, toilet paper was invented in the 6th century. Only the imperial family had the right to use it. This privilege reflected the status and wealth of the court. In The Lord of the Rings, the word precious was recorded over 100 times by Andy Serkis. The actor used a snore induced by lemon tea to create Gollum's voice. In Finland, there is a World Cell Phone Throwing Championship. The record is over 328 feet. The competition blends strength, technique, and precision, and it has become a fun and traditional event. In Egypt, the pyramid builders were not slaves but paid workers. They received beer as part of their daily wage. They also had lodging, food, and medical care during their work. In Egypt, the pyramids of Giza are closely aligned with the stars of Orion. No one knows exactly how they achieved such precision thousands of years ago. The alignment reflects how much the Egyptians valued astronomy and the link between heaven and earth. In Shrek, the original voice of Donkey was recorded by Eddie Murphy in 3 languages. He improvised many lines that were later kept in the script. His unique and spontaneous style gave the character humor and personality. There are no fixed time zones at the North Pole. Scientists use their home country's time to coordinate activities. This keeps research and communication organized among international teams. In car commercials, the windows are often tinted to hide camera reflections. Often the car does not even move, the wheels spin on rollers. This gives full control of lighting and environment during filming. In ancient Rome, only the emperor could wear purple. The dye came from a sea snail called a murex. The process was extremely laborious and expensive, so purple became a symbol of power and wealth. In Monsters Incorporated, Sully has over 2.3 million individually animated hairs. The rendering system took up to 12 hours per frame. Each strand was simulated to move realistically with wind and contact. In ancient Greece, athletes ate honey before competing. It was believed to boost strength and stamina. Honey was also used as an ointment to heal wounds and maintain energy during training. There are no polar bears in Antarctica. They live only in the Arctic. Many movies mistakenly show them with penguins, which has spread confusion about polar wildlife. In Canada, Banff National Park has naturally turquoise lakes. The color comes from tiny rock particles suspended in the water. They reflect light in a way that intensifies the blue, creating spectacular views. In New Zealand, there are more sheep than people, about 5 to 1. The country exports more wool than meat. Sheep farming is a pillar of the agricultural economy. In the history of music, the Beatles never learned to read sheet music. They composed by ear and memory. This helped them develop a creative, spontaneous style based on intuition and experimentation. In Brazil, there is a festival where people throw flour and water at each other. It is called Bloco de Lama, and it symbolizes freedom before carnival. The celebration lets participants cut loose in a spirit of collective fun. In Cirque du Soleil shows, artists change costumes up to 10 times per performance. The costumes are made with stretchy fabrics to handle extreme acrobatics. Each one balances, looks, and function for safety and freedom of movement. In Kung Fu Panda, pose moves were based on real footage of Kung Fu masters. The animators attended classes to understand the art's flow. In Japan, there is a cafe staffed by real owls. Visitors can gently interact with them while having coffee. The idea is to offer a calm, up-close wildlife experience and teach about the birds. In 1969, the Beatles recorded Abbey Road while crossing an ordinary street. Today, that crosswalk is a world-famous tourist stop. Fans copy the iconic walk in front of the studio. In South Korea, there is a cafe where visitors can play with raccoons. It is one of the few places in the world with this kind of attraction. Guests learn about the animal's behavior and care. In the Middle Ages, tomatoes were thought to be poisonous. People avoided them for centuries because of their red color and their link to the nightshade family, many of which are toxic. At the Burning Man Festival, selling products is not allowed. People exchange or give gifts instead. This fosters a community based on collaboration, creativity, and generosity. In Dubai, there are ATMs that dispense gold instead of cash. The gold price updates digitally every 10 minutes. Buyers can quickly and securely purchase bars or coins. In Morocco, the blue city of Chefchaouen is painted in shades of sky blue. The color is said to repel mosquitoes and bring spiritual calm. Its narrow cobbled streets create a charming scene that draws photographers and travelers from around the world. In Tokyo, capsule hotels offer rooms under about 22 square feet. They were first designed for office workers who missed the last train. American football's Super Bowl is the most watched television event in the United States. 30-second ads can cost over $7 million. Advertising has become part of the show, with creative campaigns aimed at millions of viewers. Ghostbusters. The Ghost logo was created by the same designer who made the Rolling Stones logo. It became one of film's most recognizable icons. At the South Pole, there is a point where all time zones meet. Scientists there can celebrate New Year's several times in one day. This creates unique social and cultural moments during the holidays. In Norway, the Atlantic Road is considered one of the most dangerous drives in the world. During storms, waves can crash directly over the roadway. In France, the Eiffel Tower was first rejected by many artists and writers. It was supposed to be dismantled 20 years after construction. Its value as a radio tower and its growing popularity saved it. In Inside Out, the characters are based on real emotions studied by psychologists. The team first planned 27 emotions, then reduced them to 5. The simplification made the story clearer. In Alaska, the sun can remain above the horizon for 83 straight days in summer. This midnight sun allows nearly round-the-clock outdoor activities. In the 19th century, ketchup was sold as a medicine for indigestion. The inventor John Cook Bennett even prescribed it in pill form. Over time, it became a food rather than a remedy. In Canada, there is a town called Dildo in Newfoundland. Locals turned the name into a tourist draw. The town offers boat tours, museums, and cultural events that play on its unusual name. In the movie Gladiator, the tiger's roar was created by mixing a lion's sound with a motorcycle engine. That blend gave the fight a more epic feel. In ancient Greece, theaters had such precise acoustics that you could hear a coin drop from the top rows. This engineering achievement is still hard to match with modern materials. On Mount Everest, there are more than 200 frozen bodies that serve as landmarks for climbers. Many are visible from the main routes, a stark reminder of the mountain's extreme risks and brutal weather at altitude. In Argentina, the Perito Moreno Glacier advances instead of retreating. Every few years, its ice front collapses, creating a dramatic natural spectacle that draws thousands of visitors to watch huge blocks crash into the water. In Iceland, there are more than 130 active volcanoes. The country generates almost all of its electricity from geothermal energy, harnessing heat from the volcanic ground to warm homes and produce power. In Japan, the most expensive fish is bluefin tuna. One sold for over $3 million at auction, a sign of the luxury sushi and sashimi market's high demand. In Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza was once covered in polished white limestone. It reflected sunlight and shone like a giant mirror, visible from miles away and symbolizing pharaonic power. In Kenya, Lake Nakuru is famous for its pink flamingos. Their color comes from pigments in the algae they eat. Each year, thousands gather on the lake, creating a stunning landscape. In the United Kingdom, there is a law that forbids dyeing in Parliament. No one knows exactly why, yet it remains on the books and survives as a curious legal footnote. At the 1900 Olympic Games, swimming events took place in the Seine River. Athletes competed amid debris and strong currents, but still showed remarkable endurance and skill. In the animal world, giraffes sleep less than 30 minutes a day. They rest in short bursts to avoid predators, a strategy that keeps them alert on the savannah. In Greece, Santorini sits atop a volcanic caldera. Its white houses help reflect the intense summer heat, and terraces with narrow streets protect from wind and frame sweeping sea views. In Italy, Romans pioneered an early fast food called the thermopolium. People stood to eat hot stews, a quick option common in cities like Pompeii for busy citizens. In Australia, some lakes are naturally pink, like Lake Hillier. Specialized microbes produce red pigments in salty water, creating striking scenes that draw photographers and travelers. In ancient Rome, women used lead powder as makeup. It caused illness and hair loss, yet it was prized as a symbol of status and beauty. At the North Pole, compasses do not point to true north. The difference can be hundreds of miles due to Earth's magnetic field, so explorers rely on GPS and modern navigation to stay accurate. In China, tea has been consumed for more than 5,000 years. Legend says a leaf fell into hot water by accident, and tea went on to shape Chinese culture, medicine, and ceremony. In London, the underground began before electric trains. Early services ran steam locomotives in tunnels, which made rides hot and smoky. In Germany, Neuschwanstein Castle inspired Disney's fairy tale castle. Construction was never fully finished, yet its romantic towers made it a global icon. In Egypt, pharaohs were buried with food for the afterlife. Perfectly preserved loaves of bread have been found after thousands of years, reflecting the culture's preparation for eternity. In Encanto, the magical casita was inspired by Colombia's coffee region houses. Designers traveled to photograph real details so colors, balconies, and roofs feel authentic. In art history, the Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre in 1911. The theft supercharged its fame and turned it into a cultural phenomenon. In South Korea, there is a theme park dedicated to love, with erotic sculptures as a legal tourist attraction that blends entertainment with sex education. In Peru, Machu Picchu was officially brought to global attention in 1911. Locals already knew it, but its high Andean perch kept it hidden and intact for centuries. In the United States, the Grand Canyon has its own climate zones. Temperatures can differ by about 27 degrees Fahrenheit between rim and river, shaping unique microhabitats for plants and wildlife. In Saudi Arabia, camels compete in beauty pageants with million-dollar prizes. Judges even penalize Botox use, and they rate head shape, eyes, and posture. In Canada, Lake Manicouagan is ring-shaped from a meteor impact more than 200 million years ago. The crater is so large that it is visible from space. In India, the Golden Temple in Amritsar serves free meals to more than 5,000,000 people daily. Volunteers cook and serve in a living example of Sikh equality and community service. In Argentina, soccer feels like a religion. There is even a Maradonian church with followers worldwide who mark rituals and special dates in Diego Maradona's honor. In China, pandas are national property. Any panda on loan abroad remains legally Chinese, with strict care and breeding clauses that support conservation. In the Netherlands, bicycles outnumber residents. Cities even build multi-story underground garages just for bikes, a testament to sustainable transport culture. On Saturn's moon Titan, rain is liquid methane. Heavy drops fall slowly, forming rivers and lakes in a unique hydrological cycle. In Zootopia, each animal district has its own climate. Animators built 12 linked digital ecosystems, so characters interact with varied environments consistently. In elite marathons, runners can lose up to about 1.3 gallons of water during a race. Some drink less to avoid stomach issues, so careful hydration strategy is vital to prevent severe dehydration. In Egypt, the Sphinx of Giza may once have worn a false beard. Fragments survive in the British Museum, hinting that adornments added dignity and divine symbolism. In Spain, the Caminito del Rey was once considered the most dangerous walkway in the world. After its restoration, it became a safe and famous attraction. Its route crosses gorges and cliffs with breathtaking views of the natural landscape. In ancient Babylon, commercial contracts were signed with a cylinder seal. Each seal was as unique as a fingerprint, which authenticated documents and helped prevent fraud. In Tanzania, Kilimanjaro is the only snow-capped volcano near the equator. Its glaciers are shrinking quickly, mainly due to climate change and deforestation on its slopes. In the Amazon rainforest, there are poison dart frogs with toxins potent enough to kill 10 people. In captivity, they lose their poison when their diet changes, since their toxicity comes from the insects and ants they eat in the wild. In Greece, some olive trees are more than 1,000 years old, with a few still bearing fruit since the time of Socrates. They symbolize peace, wisdom, and resilience in Mediterranean culture. In Mongolia, many nomadic families still live in yurts. They can set them up or take them down in under an hour. These circular homes are built to withstand strong winds and extreme cold on the steppe. Kangaroos cannot walk backward, which is why they appear on the national coat of arms with the emu. Together, they symbolize progress, and always moving forward. In Scotland, the caber toss is a traditional game where competitors throw a large log and try to make it land upright. It is part of the centuries-old Highland Games. In the Swiss Alps, cows wear personalized bells passed down as family heirlooms. Each bell has a distinct tone, so herders can recognize their animals from far away. In The Simpsons, the characters are yellow to stand out on older televisions. The creator wanted viewers to recognize the show while channel surfing, and the warm hue conveys energy and joy. In London, a statue of Peter Pan mysteriously appeared overnight in 1912. The author J.M. Barrie secretly placed it in Kensington Gardens, where the character was born in his stories. In space, astronauts grow up to about 2 inches taller. Microgravity lets the spine stretch, but they return to normal height after coming back to Earth. In Russia, Lake Baikal holds about 20% of the planet's unfrozen freshwater. It is also the deepest lake on Earth, with a unique ecosystem full of endemic species. In the Pacific Ocean, Point Nemo is the spot farthest from any land. Its isolation means it is rarely visited by humans and is often closer to orbiting spacecraft than to people. In France, Mont Saint-Michel becomes an island twice a day. High tides cover the access road completely, a phenomenon that has fascinated visitors for centuries. In Norway, school buses are free and even take children to ski areas in winter. The system gives students safe access to school and activities. In China, some hotels use robots to serve breakfast. Guests can order with facial recognition, and the robots deliver luggage and handle basic cleaning. In Brazil, Christ the Redeemer was built with stone brought from Sweden. Its face is over 10 feet tall, its arm span is about 92 feet, and it stands around 2,329 feet above sea level. In the 19th century, some doctors recommended smoking to ease asthma. It was later shown to make symptoms worse, and safer evidence-based treatments replaced it. In Egypt, the Library of Alexandria was destroyed several times. No one knows how many books were lost, but it likely housed works of science, philosophy, mathematics, and literature from across the ancient world. Airbag jeans use sensors and built-in airbags around the hips and thighs. When a fall is detected, the bags inflate to cushion impact and lower injury risk. The spitting cobra can eject venom accurately from a distance to defend itself. The spray often targets the eyes and can cause severe irritation and temporary vision loss. Marina Bay Sands in Singapore has 3 57-story towers topped by the Sky Park, shaped like a ship. The platform holds an infinity pool among the highest in the world with sweeping city views. Lucas Ermler, a German slackliner born in 1988 in Dachau, earned world records with daring crossings, including a slackline traverse over Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. Flying fish use long pectoral fins to burst from the water and glide briefly above the surface, helping them evade predators. The Guangzhou Circle is about 453 feet tall with 33 stories. Its circular design blends glass and steel for a striking skyline silhouette. Ken Stornes is a Norwegian adventurer known online for extreme high jumps and dramatic views of his country. A paternoster elevator runs open cabins in a continuous loop. Riders step on and off while it moves, allowing constant vertical circulation. Elisane Silva is a Brazilian model standing 6 feet 9 inches tall. Her rapid growth began at age 11 due to a pituitary tumor, and by 15, she chose to turn that difference into strength. In Odense, Denmark, a charming tradition sends a flock of Toulouse geese down the main avenues. A drummer sets the pace and guides the birds to the delight of locals and visitors. Randy Tataleda of Manado, Indonesia, creates detailed celebrity portraits from hair clippings on his barbershop floor after each haircut. Valais black-nosed sheep from Switzerland are beloved for fluffy white wool, contrasted by black patches on the face, ears, knees, legs, and muzzle. In Switzerland, the Nullstern Hotel reimagines lodging with rooms that have no walls or roof, letting guests sleep outdoors under the stars for a deep connection with nature. The Port Jackson shark lives on the seafloor off South Australia. Its gray body is crisscrossed by dark bands, and it moves calmly close to the bottom as it searches for food. Jorge Chavez, a pioneer of Peruvian aviation, became the first pilot to fly over the Alps in 1910. He died during landing, but his courage made him a national icon whose legacy still inspires Peruvian pilots. The Intempo, located in Benidorm, Spain, is among the tallest residential buildings in Europe, reaching about 663 feet and boasting 47 floors. Its distinctive architecture features two parallel towers joined at the top by a golden diamond-shaped structure. The Four Corners in the United States is a unique point where the borders of 4 states meet: Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. An iconic monument precisely marks the spot. Tourists can stand in all 4 states at the same time, a one-of-a-kind experience in the country. Mirhan Karimi Nasseri became the subject of a unique story when he was stuck at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris for almost 18 years. From 1988 to 2006, legal issues about his nationality kept him in the waiting areas. His extraordinary situation inspired the film The Terminal. German bartender Philipp Traber astonished the world with his skill by crafting 17 cocktails in a single act. With a steady hand, he filled 17 tall glasses with energy drinks while placing 17 shots of Jägermeister on top. His timing let the shots drop into each glass at the same moment, creating a flawless spectacle. On the paradise-like island of Siquijor in the Philippines lie the majestic Cambuganhay Falls, known for intense crystal-clear turquoise water. The Cascades drop over 5 low terraces, each roughly 6.6 to 13.1 feet high, framed by lush vegetation and natural rock. In Anchorage, Alaska, a curious moose caused a stir by calmly wandering into a hospital lobby. Drawn by warmth and possibly the scent of decorative plants, it strolled through the automatic doors like any other visitor. Tulum cheese is a Turkish specialty prized for its distinctive flavor and unique production. It is aged inside goatskin sacks, which preserve it and give an unmistakable taste that is slightly spicy and intense, with notes that evolve over time. Anna Galkina, a young woman from Russia, gained international notoriety as the ice princess for her ability to submerge in icy water and eat ice without showing discomfort. Her body seems naturally adapted to extreme cold. Hamad Fathi is a prominent Egyptian basketball player known for his skills and his imposing height of about 7 feet 6 inches, placing him among the tallest men on the planet. Julia Butterfly is a notable American environmental activist known for an extraordinary act of peaceful resistance that lasted 738 days. For more than 2 years, she lived atop a California redwood about 180 feet tall and roughly 1,000 years old to prevent it from being cut down. The Suitun cenote near Valladolid on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula is a cavern cenote famous for a semi-enclosed chamber with a roof opening that lets sunlight spotlight the crystal-clear water, creating a striking play of light and shadow. Its transparent waters and serene feel make it a favorite for visitors. In Colombia, there are upside-down houses that surprise visitors with the illusion of being completely inverted. Everything, from furniture to appliances, is arranged to appear upside down. Vika Bren is a talented Israeli artist known for body painting that turns her hand into optical illusions. Using her skin as a canvas, she creates images that play with perception and transform a simple limb into a surreal work of art. The greenish egret is a small, elegant heron found across the Americas in mangroves, rivers, swamps, and wetlands. Compact in size, it reaches about 17 inches in length, making it one of the smallest herons on the continent. The Grand Lisboa Hotel is one of Macau's most iconic towers, famous for a lotus-like silhouette. Its golden curving structure rises over the skyline, a visual landmark by day and night. Beer Terrier is a craft beverage from Mexico made for dogs. With natural ingredients like malt, spirulina, flaxseed, wheat, and minimal hops, it offers a refreshing experience without risking pets' health. Stefano Fiorina, an Italian artist from Turin born in 1990, gained international attention for portraits created on aluminum trays. This unusual support gives his faces a distinctive style that challenges traditional portrait boundaries. The sucker squid inhabits the frigid waters of the Antarctic Ocean and can reach about 46 feet in length, placing it among the largest squid on Earth. Nike shook up athletic footwear with the Nike Go Fly Ease, the first sneakers designed to go on and off hands-free. A hinge and tension system adjusts with each step and pops open for easy entry and exit, mixing advanced tech with functional design. The Commodore is a Hungarian breed known for herding and guarding. Its most striking feature is a white or ivory coat of long, thick cords that resemble dreadlocks or a mop. Mr. Doodle is a visual artist who turns almost any surface into a canvas filled with doodles. In 2013, he began sharing his work on Instagram, quickly building a huge following with his distinctive, energetic style. The giant Japanese crab is a remarkable crustacean with an armored triangular body and exceptionally long legs that can reach several yards. It lives in the cold, dark depths of the Pacific near Japan. The kangaroo rat is a small rodent known for jumps up to about 6.6 feet. It measures roughly 12 inches from head to tail, and despite weighing just over 3.5 ounces, features a dark tuft at the tip of its tail that makes it easy to recognize. Artificial rain was created using cloud seeding techniques, which involved injecting silver iodide, potassium iodide, or dry ice to induce precipitation. There was also the concept of cloud bleaching, a technique still under study intended to reflect more sunlight to reduce global temperatures. Although both ideas had atmospheric goals, they were clearly different. One sought to produce rain, and the other to cool the planet. The first film, considered to be a horror film, was released in 1896 and was called Le Manoir du Diable, The Devil's Manor, directed by Georges Méliès. It lasted barely 3 minutes, but it revolutionized cinema with extraordinary visual tricks for its time. It included witches, demons, and magical transformations that created an unparalleled Gothic atmosphere. It was an early example of how film could evoke emotions and create fantastical worlds. A popular legend claimed that the Oscar statuette was inspired by the Mexican actor Emilio El Indio Fernandez. According to accounts, Cedric Gibbons, art director at Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, needed a model, and his wife, Dolores Del Rio, suggested Fernandez because of his athletic build. Although the Academy never confirmed this story, the version became part of Hollywood folklore. The mystery remained an old rumor, difficult to verify. At the North Pole, the phenomenon of the midnight sun occurred, where the sun remained visible 24 hours a day for months. From March to September, the Arctic summer illuminated the region without pause, activating its wildlife. In contrast, the polar winter plunged everything into constant darkness from September to March. These extreme changes were explained by the Earth's tilt and its orbit around the Sunday. During the 1930s, some poor families reused flour sacks to make clothing. Upon learning of this, manufacturers began printing colorful designs on the sacks to make the garments look more appealing. Housewives washed the fabric, followed the printed patterns, and created dresses, shirts, and children's clothing. Over time, wearing flour sacks became commonplace and even creative. Coca-Cola, founded in 1886, came to own around 500 brands and more than 3,000 varieties of beverages. Exploring all of its options would take about 9 years if one were tried every day. The company expanded its catalog to include soft drinks, energy drinks, dairy beverages, tea, coffee, and plant-based alternatives. Its diversity was one of the pillars of its global success. Pixar's Coco underwent a 6-year creative process inspired by the Day of the Dead. To achieve facial expressiveness, the animators developed special software capable of handling different levels of detail. The lighting required a new system created by Lightspeed and RenderMan to process millions of lights. Some scenes took up to 1,000 hours to render, although they later managed to reduce this to 450. When we cry, the lacrimal punctum drains excess tears into the nose, producing the sensation of dripping. This small opening in the eyelid prevents the eyes from becoming too full and avoids irritation. The tears travel to the tear ducts and then to the throat. It is a protective system that works automatically. The letter E, present in essential Spanish words, once represented between 13% and 15% of the letters used in common texts. Along with A and O, it formed the most prevalent group of vowels in the language. This predominance was explained by its frequent use in articles, pronouns, and basic verbs. Its linguistic importance made it a dominant element of written language. A Chilean wine called Meteorite was aged with a fragment of a meteorite said to be 4.5 billion years old. Originating from the asteroid belt, this extraterrestrial piece gave it a unique symbolism. The wine had a dark color and a vibrant, smooth flavor, according to its creators. Although it was not the most expensive in the world, it was certainly one of the most unusual. Paul Alexander lived for more than 70 years inside an iron lung due to the polio he contracted as a child. The disease paralyzed him almost completely, leaving him with mobility only in his head and neck. Even so, he studied, earned a law degree, and worked as a lawyer. He died from COVID-19, an example of strength and resilience. The sun was never a comet. It has always been a star of incandescent gas. It took approximately 230 million years to complete one orbit around the Milky Way, moving at over 514,000 miles per hour. Its gravity captured all the planets and bodies in the solar system. Comets, on the other hand, were icy objects that simply orbited it. The rainbow eucalyptus tree was notable for its multicolored bark, which displayed shades of blue, green, orange, red, and violet when it peeled away. This phenomenon repeated itself several times a year, regardless of the season. Its appearance made it one of the most striking trees in the world. Each layer resembled a natural work of art. Cinderella's slipper was never made of glass in Charles Perrault's original version. It was actually made of verre, a French word meaning squirrel fur, but it was confused with verre meaning glass. The mistranslation changed the story and gave rise to a popular myth. That small error transformed the image of the shoe forever. The design of Aladdin, the Disney character, was inspired by Tom Cruise after Michael J. Fox was ruled out for looking too youthful. Furthermore, the movements of his baggy pants were based on the dance moves of rapper MC Hammer. This combination of influences created a unique and stylish protagonist. That detail often surprises many fans. The Centennial Light, located in Livermore, California, remained lit since 1901, making it the longest-lasting light bulb in the world. Its thick carbon filament and minimal wattage of 4 watts allowed for its extraordinary lifespan. The fact that it was almost never turned off prevented it from wearing out. Its existence raised questions about the durability of modern technology. In 1913, 10-year-old Sarah Rector received land in Oklahoma and unknowingly became a millionaire. When she leased the plot, the company discovered an oil well that produced 2,500 barrels a day. That generated more than $300 a day, equivalent to about $8,000 today. At just 11 years old, she became known as the richest black child in the world. If Amazon were to stop operating for 24 hours, it would lose approximately $360 million. Considering its rate of 15 million per hour, not only would direct sales be affected, but also cloud services and the marketplace. Brands would see their reach reduced, and users would lose access to essential tools. The decline would have a huge global effect. In Denmark, there was a tradition of covering single people who turned 25 with cinnamon on their birthday. If they reached 30 without marrying, the punishment increased, and they were bathed in pepper. Although it seemed cruel, it was a friendly joke among friends and family. Its origin dates back to single traveling merchants of the 19th century. For a human to be bled dry by mosquitoes, 1.2 million would need to bite simultaneously. Each one could extract between about 0.000034 and 0.00034 fluid ounces per bite, a negligible amount. Although impossible, mosquito-borne diseases did represent a real danger. Dengue, malaria, and Zika were serious examples. Volkswagen came to control 12 major brands, such as Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, Ducati, and Porsche. It even held a 20% stake in Suzuki for a time. Its conglomerate allowed it to cover all types of automotive markets. From compact cars to luxury vehicles, its reach was global. Starbucks allocated $300 million annually to medical, dental, and vision insurance for its employees. It also offered psychological therapies and access to mental wellness platforms. This investment even exceeded what they spent on coffee beans. This policy strengthened its image, and the history of entertainment holds a fascinating curiosity. The same person brought to life two completely different iconic figures. Frank Oz, a talented puppeteer and actor with an almost chameleon-like vocal range, was the one who portrayed both the wise Master Yoda in Star Wars and Miss Piggy in The Muppets. He also manipulated Fozzie Bear, Grover, and Cookie Monster, demonstrating that his versatility defined an entire era of unforgettable characters. His artistic contribution left a profound mark on generations of viewers. In Welsh folklore, there was a belief that corgi dogs possessed a magical quality. These animals, known for their short legs and agile gait, were said to serve as mounts for fairies who roamed forests and fields. According to legend, the white markings on their backs were footprints left by these tiny creatures after riding them. Although corgis were actually sheepdogs, the myth strengthened the charming connection between the breed and Celtic folklore. For millions of years, there were no tigers in Africa, despite what many imagined. These felines evolved in Asia about 2 million years ago, and their range extended from Siberia to Southeast Asia, reaching as far as Indonesia. They adapted to forests, mangroves, mountains, and grasslands, forming a remarkably diverse species within their continent. Africa, in contrast, was home to lions, leopards, and cheetahs as its iconic great predators. There is a curious and uncommon disorder called somnophobia, characterized by an intense and irrational fear of sleep. Those who suffer from it experience extreme anxiety as bedtime approaches, worried about possible nightmares, or the feeling of losing control if they fall asleep. In some cases, the fear of not waking up arises, which amplifies the emotional distress. Even so, it is considered a treatable disorder with appropriate therapy and techniques. Ian Fleming, creator of the famous Agent 007, chose the name James Bond in an unexpected way. While developing the novels, he looked for a simple, common, and unpretentious name that would contrast with the extraordinary life of the spy. His inspiration came from the American ornithologist James Bond, author of Birds of the West Indies, whom he admired. The real Bond discovered the coincidence in 1961 when he read it in a newspaper, surprised to see his identity transformed into a global icon. In the United States, some highways conceal a military function that many drivers never imagine. During the Cold War, certain sections of highways were designed to serve as emergency landing strips in the event of a nuclear attack. It is estimated that about 199 miles of these roads could operate as improvised runways for military aircraft. This strategy strengthened the national infrastructure, especially in rural areas of the Midwest. Denmark is recognized as one of the cleanest and most sustainable countries in the world thanks to ambitious policies. The government invests in efficient public transportation, renewable energy, and green technologies based on a strong environmental awareness. A large part of its energy comes from wind and solar sources, integrated into an exemplary waste management model. Furthermore, its cities prioritize cycling, promoting a healthy and eco-friendly lifestyle. The biology of cockroaches is always intriguing, and one of its most surprising facts explains its reputation for resilience. A cockroach can survive for up to 9 days without its head, as it breathes through spiracles located on its body rather than through its mouth. It dies from dehydration, as it cannot consume water. Even without a head, its nervous system continues to react to stimuli for a while, highlighting the peculiarity of the phenomenon. Goats exhibit an unexpected ability related to vocal communication. Researchers at Queen Mary University of London discovered that they can develop distinct accents depending on the social group in which they grow up. When they transition from living only with their siblings to joining larger herds, they modify their tone to resemble that of the group. This finding demonstrates that the creation of accents is not exclusive to human beings. In Finland, there is an official postal address for sending letters to Santa Claus, located in Rovaniemi, Lapland. Every year, thousands of children from all over the world write to Santa's main office at postal code 96930, Napapiiri, where local volunteers manage the correspondence. Although not located exactly at the North Pole, the location has become an iconic spot for keeping the Christmas tradition alive. Replies are sent in Santa's name, transforming each letter into a small dream come true. A historic event occurred on April 18, 1930, when the BBC announced that there was no news. Instead of broadcasting a regular bulletin, the network decided to fill the segment with piano music due to the lack of relevant events. Decades later, director Helen Bowden recalled the episode and remarked that something like that would be unthinkable today. The relentless flow of information guarantees headlines at any moment. During the First World War, an unexpected episode reflected humanity amidst the conflict. On Christmas Day, 1914, British and German soldiers spontaneously halted fighting and met in no man's land. They exchanged modest gifts, sang carols, and played an impromptu football match in the freezing winter. Although the truce was brief and not widespread, it remains a symbol of hope in dark times. The human body continues to function actively even during sleep, and resting involves a greater expenditure of energy than many believe. An adult can burn between 70 and 100 calories per hour while sleeping, equivalent to between 400 and 800 calories per night. In contrast, watching television consumes only between 20 and 40 calories per hour because it is a passive activity. Nighttime metabolism continues to work to repair tissues, process information, and maintain vital functions. The word estuve has a unique linguistic peculiarity in Spanish. It contains 4 consecutive letters in alphabetical order. The sequence STUV appears naturally in the conjugation of the verb estar in the simple past tense. This detail makes the word a favorite for riddles and word games. Its structure illustrates how the organization of the alphabet can unexpectedly coincide with the morphology of language. The nails on the body also reflect how activity influences simple biological functions. The nails on the dominant hand grow slightly faster due to increased circulation and the constant stimulation from daily use. Factors such as diet, genetics, and overall health influence the hardness and speed of growth. This small everyday detail shows how the body responds to repetitive patterns. In humanity's earliest culinary developments, soup emerged as one of the first known recipes. Our ancestors heated water in pits in the ground using hot stones, preparing broths with meats, roots, bones, grains, and herbs. The resulting liquid concentrated nutrients, flavors, and aromas that aided digestion and improved nutrition. This dietary progress influenced overall health and the evolution of human well-being. History begins by evoking the intense melis zomos, that dark broth the Spartans prepared with blood, vinegar, salt, and herbs, a mixture they drank before and after battle. And that is all for now. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more cool facts